What's up, Cabbage Crew? It is Matt and John here, reacting to the Dragon Prince Season 5. We have made it to, I guess you could say, the second half, or the back nine of this show. Season 5, Episode 1. We very much enjoyed. A lot of people were saying Season 4 wasn't as good, but I think we both enjoyed Season 4.
It was very enjoyable.
Our review and reactions of those are all up. Season 4 review in total is up as well. So definitely check those out if you have not. So both of us, I mean, speaking for John here, but we're pretty excited for Season 5.
Indeed. What was the summary of Season 4 and where did we leave off?
Yeah, I mean, a summary of Season 4, I would say, is...
Well, not a summary, but where did we leave off?
Where did we leave off? They were at the I'm just gonna call it, I'm gonna probably get a lot of terminology wrong here, but they were at the I guess you could say the cave or the den of the dragon. I believe it was the dragon from the Earth colony, Earth elves. Basically all they're trying to get maps from each one of them to put together the map to find where Erebos is. And the bad guys got the map. Or the baddish guys at this point, because they're kind of becoming anti-heroes at this point. I don't really know what to call Claudia, and even her father doesn't seem like he's that bad of a guy anymore. He's just trying to live. Like, the man's just trying to be alive.
It's like he's after a heart. It's like he's after a heart transplant or something.
Right? Yeah, really. It's like the man is just trying to live. He's not even trying to take over the world at this point. He's just like, I'm just trying to live. So, I mean, Terry doesn't seem like a bad guy. So yeah, I mean, basically the two groups were trying to get the map. They succeeded in getting the map, kind of left. And then the Dragon Queen came and saved them.
And kicked ass.
Now we're moving on.
All right, let's get this started.
Yeah, so if you guys would please comment, like the video, subscribe. We do appreciate all the support. As we're going into the second half of this series. So let's rock and roll.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, they can't hear you.
I miss you so much.
Yeah. Dad?
A sacred promise.
I feel like she already knows what happened to them.
Who were you just talking to?
I don't know why shows do this. They do it in Lost so much. Why does she not want to disclose this information to them? Like, why is she hiding it?
Is that a big book of ocean poems?
Uh-huh. It's got everything from ocean.
Yes.
There's this chapter about turning people from coins back to real life, but I figured I'd skip it.
We haven't moved an inch in days. We got the map to Erebos' prison, but what good does that do us if we're stuck right here?
Oh, so they have the entire
The
map.
says it's not that far.
I thought each dragon had a piece of the map.
Yeah, the other dragon did. Yeah, they got the Play-Doh sheet. Remember?
Yeah, I thought there were 6 different dragons and each had a piece of the map. It seemed like that's not what happened, or maybe it is. Maybe they went to all of them.
You know, you'd think that if dark magic does this to a person, they might not do it.
It only
Terry
happens the
speaking
first time you
truth.
use dark magic. This is the first time he used it since coming back to life.
Fever dream. Maybe we'll see a pirate.
The library. Soccer in the library.
Where would you like to go on vacation? I would like to go to the library.
Here we go, Erebos.
Oh.
He just like said his name. This still has like Harry Potter vibes.
Oh yeah, Chamber of Secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, go. Sorry, didn't see there. I was just.
Do not yell at the rare volumes.
No, of course not.
Man, I don't know why he's mad. He tried to kill the queen. Like, what does he expect?
Your ring. You were supposed to be stripped of all possessions.
This? It's not silver or gold. It's worthless to you. It was given to me by my mother when I was just a child. It's made of tin.
It belongs to Queen Janai now.
Oh. And your pants. My pants. He fucked around and he found out. Rain animation. Pretty solid.
Oh yeah.
So, how's Mission Bookworm going?
Super weird, actually. Every time I find something important, it goes blank and blacks out. There must be some kind of spell blocking anything about Erebos or Star Touch elves.
In ancient legends, the Star Touch elves are sometimes called the
Oh,
First
that's
elves.
just Erebos. He's a Star
Maybe you
Touch
could try
elf.
searching for that instead.
Amazing idea!
Oh, you didn't
I'll
know
try
that?
it.
That's why I said didn't want a Star Touch elf.
Oh. I thought you meant in the sense of like, we still don't know much about them, you know?
Oh, that too.
Did you get it?
Ooh, very sneaky. Again, why is she withholding this
I
information? Why
don't know.
they're friends. Why don't she say, hey, I need to go down there. Can I borrow the key? What?
It really doesn't need to be this way.
No. It's one of my, say, pet peeves in shows I've come to have. I think it's just because I'm watching Lost right now, and Lost does it like literally every episode.
There is no synonym for cinnamon. There is no synonym for cinnamon. There is no synonym for
Spice?
I like the callback. They
Spice.
did that.
I think that might be a synonym for cinnamon.
That's not a synonym, Terry. That's a category.
Okay.
Look at
Then
there.
17 words that are specific synonyms for cinnamon.
So, not too much impact yet. I mean, there's kind of always like that in the introduction of a season. It does feel like this is very much the same story, I guess, as season one. Like it's kind of just, you know what I mean? It's an evolving story. But again, I would just go back to say this again. I have now noticed it is now a pet peeve of mine in storytelling. Specifically, shows do it because I think it's their way of just making the plot longer than it needs to be. Where like movies are like quick, they try to get to the point. Like characters withholding information to other characters that they have no reason to withhold information. Like I can understand if they're an enemy or if they have a secret agenda or they don't want to tell someone because it might hurt their feelings. But like there's just no reason for Rayla not to tell essentially her boyfriend and like the love of her life that like they're going through a weird pause right now, but like someone that she completely trusts, probably the most trustworthy person in her life, that her parents are stuck on these little coins and they're like their spirits are in these coins and there's no reason not to tell him, so especially because he does magic, like for all she knows that's a simple spell. Like it just yeah.
No, I mean, maybe it's like, oh, you need to be focused on other things rather than your family. I don't know. It's just one of those small little like technicalities that is driving this. But I do ultimately agree with you.
Yes. So, but yeah, I guess we're building up to the second half. I just had to say that to be truly honest.
No, yeah, I mean they're both honestly right now. It's been 10 minutes. No real plot line has developed except Viren's sick.
Right? Yeah, Viren's sick, and he can't read the text from a book about what do they call it? Star elves.
Star touch elves.
Star touch elves. That's really. I mean, we've gotten a third through the episode, and that's about all we have so far.
So this might be something new.
Yeah, this is where they found the Dragon Prince. This is where they found the egg.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is where they found her up, remember?
This is
That's
where
cool.
he kept you.
Yeah.
Little jar of peanut butter? I guess dark mages get snacky too.
He just eats it without any question.
He turns into a different animal.
Coin.
Another coin? You're human. But who are you?
That was cool. That was cool.
Bro, you know who I thought it was going to be? You know who I thought that was going to be?
Hold on.
I thought it was going to be Hero. I already said it. I thought it was going to be Hero.
Yeah.
Father.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought that was going to be their father. I was going to freak out.
That would have been a great thing if they pulled that off.
Yeah.
That would have been a great plot
twist.
Renan's bow.
Oh.
She already knows he's a coin.
Yeah.
Man.
But it's the fact that like that was an extension of him.
Yeah. It's your parents?
I love you, and I haven't forgotten about you, but I can't help you yet. Because right now, the world needs me. Callum and Ezra need me. A great evil is trying to return to Zadia, and we have to stop it at any cost. I think this is what you would want me to do. I love you, and I haven't forgotten about you. I never will.
I still love that scene with Claudia throwing the coin. I just remembered she did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
last episode.
Surrender. You're under arrest.
Soon you'll be feeling like a tree in the springtime. Relieved.
Relieved?
God, that pun.
I love it.
Of anxiety.
I need all these things in my life.
Ooh, giant adorable.
Karibo! The big.
Hello, old friend.
Rayla's arrested. Rayla's arrested.
Ellie, what's going on? The Moonshadow Elf has been arrested.
I can see that. Let her go.
I think you should know what happened first.
It's not gonna matter, but fine. What happened?
She broke into the High Mage's office.
No, that's crazy. She can go in there anytime she wants.
So, you gave her your key?
No, my key's right here.
The elf stole it.
In the mistrust now. Here we go.
And she was hiding a weapon.
So what? She always is.
Not just any weapon. She was carrying the weapon that was used to kill King Harrow.
What? I know this.
Just the guns.
The tides are true as the ocean is deep.
What does that mean?
It means I trust her. Unconditionally.
Oh.
Let her go now.
Love it. Love it.
She was already out. That's pretty funny.
I'm not sure I've ever felt this relaxed in my entire life. I feel like a pot of a
I feel so relaxed, and he just like screams in her ear. I feel so relaxed. That was actually pretty funny.
You can tell me when you're ready.
Yeah,
Thank you,
just
Callum.
yes.
But hopefully
Brownie
soon.
point.
I mean, I am.
She's like thinking to herself, yes, the 3-year plan of overruling this nation is coming to a complete.
Information on the first elves. The information is that all the information on the first elves is in the scrolls of the first elves. Super helpful, right?
Wait, I've heard of those. They keep them in the Great Bookery in Luxoria.
Hey, I have a thought.
Yeah?
I'd like to go check out this Great Bookery. What do you say first thing tomorrow, we go to Zadia?
Bro, I thought he was going to ask her to lay with him. I thought. Remember when we were like together 2 years ago? We like never actually broke up. How about we continue that? Come to my bed.
Great Domina Profundis, Archdragon of the Ocean. I have called you here because
this child. He is our king.
The Archmage Erebos
a
is
cool looking
trying
dragon.
to escape his magical prison.
That was a good view.
His pawns
It was
are
good.
working even as we speak to find him and release him back into our world. We need to stop them. Can you please help us find his prison?
I do not know where it is, but I do know what it is.
All right. Well, good start.
Yeah.
I like where we're heading. You want to talk?
It was like the last 8 minutes were the only things that we needed to see.
I agree. Yeah, the first like 10 minutes that I felt like I was watching it, but there was nothing happening.
There was nothing.
It's like everything that was everything that was, again, it comes back to like everything that was happening was things that could have been solved by just very simple, like her sneaking her way in there. I felt like that could have been just a quick conversation, like, hey, I wanna go get the crossbow of my mentor. Oh, okay, let's go. Like, and that would have just shaved off 8 minutes. You know? No, but I will say, for being someone that is not a big fan of Terry, I do appreciate the alone time of Terry and Claudia by the fire and them talking a little bit, even about her father, him starting to understand what dark magic is, because he's learning still, even though the viewers as well as Claudia know more about what it is. So I do appreciate that character. I'm starting to like Terry a little bit more, but not still not too much, to be honest. I will say, because they're not really villains, like I said at the beginning of this episode, like they're not really villains right now. They're anti-heroes. Like they have a goal in mind, but I really don't think they're trying to like I don't think he's trying to take over the world anymore or call like they lost. So now it's just about like saving the father. And now that this is their goal, like what were you gonna say?
What about Erebos though?
Yeah, but I don't know if they're like like right now they're not working with him, and I don't think they really at this point. I think they just want him because they want him to resurrect the father.
But they also know the consequences of that.
Right. Well, do they?
They should.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know he's as evil as he is. I mean, obviously they do, but yeah, I mean, I guess so.
They're slight villains.
Yeah. But they still are very much villains, but but Terry's going back to Terry. He is a good character to have for them because they aren't doing evil things. It's like a nice balance of like these two serious characters that we look at as villains, and it's a nice way to level them out and to make them less of a villain role and more of a anti-villain kind of role,
Right.
It almost kind of reminds me in a sense of Jesse and James. Like if they didn't have Meowth with them, they would be they would be a little bit more evil because you have this like fuzzball of a funny character with them. It's like they're looked at as a little bit more comedic, and they're still evil, but it just helps balance them. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, anything that you want to talk about with the other plot line, with Rayla and Callum and all of them?
It just goes to show how much they've grown with their trust, and like he's like, I don't need to know, I don't care. It just goes to show that like their trust is pretty solidified, and that's great to see at this point. Even after her going away for so long. That trust is never disbanded. And then with the Ezrin thing and the Domina Profundis, is that what it was?
Sure. Yeah.
The
ocean dragon.
The ocean serpent, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The ocean water nose. Whatever.
Sure.
No, I mean, looking forward to see what she has to say about, like, she's like, I know what it is. So I'm very curious, and like, there's a story behind it. She's gonna tell it.
Yeah. Most likely episode 2. Yeah.
Yeah. And it reminded me a little bit of the atmosphere with the rain, the ocean, not like 100% to a T, or like, but it gave me like Camino vibes from Attack of the Clones, just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Not just like the environment, not the not like the architecture, but just like ocean, rain,
right.
Just like dramatic effect.
Yeah, the storm.
The storm.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see. I'm very intrigued to see this, because it seems like they're going to learn more about the prison. I feel like you have one group of characters that know where it is, and one group of characters that are going to know what it is.
Right.
And they might collide. They might team up. We'll see. I think that could be very interesting. Yeah, I do agree with you. I like Callum and Rayla's relationship and where they're at now. The trust that they have, the unconditional love they have, I guess you could say.
Well, he said trust, but
he did, but he meant love.
Right.
So, yeah, very, very intrigued. I think by the way, I didn't see it last season at all, but I thought the dragons of last season were pretty cool. They were really unique. And I think this dragon is very unique as well. It's really nice to see new dragons. I got a sense we really only met like 3 or 4 dragons in the first 3 seasons. The Dragon Prince and Queen and King, and then the one I forgot his name, Soul Raylan, I think it was Soul
Reagan.
Soul Reagan. Yeah, Ronald Reagan. Yeah, so Reagan, and then the red dragon that paralyzed. My dog's freaking out right now, but so yeah, so it is nice to see new dragons.
Yeah,
we saw 3 or 4 new ones,
and they have good voice actors for them too.
Yeah. Cool. All right, well, guys, we appreciate you guys checking in as always. Again, subscribe if you have not checked out our previous season or any of our previous episodes of Dragon Prince. Please check this out as well. John, anything you want to say before we leave?
Join us for the ride. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell those that you kind of talk to, but then like don't really, like every once a month maybe. Like just tell anybody you see on the street, because we need all the subscribers we can get and the viewers. Please, pretty please.
That is true.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.